Hello, 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 my angels, my loves. How are you? Hope that you guys had a great weekend. It's hot. If you're here, uh, I think the heat index today is gonna be like 110. It's gonna be crazy hot today. So I hope you guys are staying cool, relaxing, trying to avoid as much sun as possible. Happy birthday! We're celebrating a birthday today. Okay, we are going to get into the reading. No, I haven't given you a reading in a day or two. I had a very, very uh, busy moment. So, and then I told you guys I don't read on weekends. It's family time. So, let's get into it. Dear God, I'm calling you today to use me as a tool to help the collective on their healing journey. If there's a message for a certain individual, may you guide them to my channel. I ask my spirit guides, Michael the Archangel, and you as well, God, protect me from any negative energy, any harm, or any negative influence that are directed my way towards my family or towards the collective in any way as they're going through their healing journey, okay? Again, as a friendly reminder, I do welcome comments on my page. This is a positive channel where I do positive things and help in healing, self-love, promote self-love. So positive comments. If you have things that you'd like to see, please feel free to post them. I do welcome all comments, but any negative comments, threats, warnings, or anything of that nature will be blocked from my channel, okay? This is not what we're doing on this channel. These are general readings, not personal paid readings. If you're looking for personal readings, then holler at me. Otherwise, take this as a general reading and be mindful what you post on the comments, okay? Okay, that being said, let's go ahead and get into the energy of today. All right. Spirit guides, what is going on with the collective today? So we have a 44 out here with a woman holding a heart. So we have someone that's ready to let love in. Someone who's ready to practice self-love, giving more self-love to themselves. Someone who is spiritual, following their intuition. We also have someone who wears their heart on their sleeve. Someone with a very loving nature, okay? Someone with a large heart. Someone who's very peaceful, emotional, receptive to love. This could also signify like someone who's ready to resolve like family issues that they may have going on. This is somebody who understands emotions, they understand life, someone who brings awareness to everything that they do. This can also mean that you have a friend or a family member, someone that you're able to confide in that helps you with issues such as love, family, career, emotions. Someone who's even tempered, someone who's able to resonate with you. This card talks about a lot of passion, could talk about new love coming in. It could also be someone who's transformed, who's came from a hurt place, in that they've transformed more into themselves. They're pouring more love into themselves. They're putting boundaries. They're protecting themselves or standing up for themselves. We're looking over shoulder, and this can also be someone who experienced heartache from someone in their past who gave love to a terrible situation, or someone who took advantage of love that was given to them. Okay, like someone had a very loving, kind, nurturing person in their energy, and instead of them accepting that love, they took that love for granted. They misused that love, okay? This 44 that does talk about stability, emotional security, stability. Could also talk about someone's physical ability, but with this heart being out there, this is somebody who definitely is recuperating and reflecting back and has really reached some type of emotional stability with themselves. Yeah, this I felt like this was someone who possibly in the past didn't pay attention, or someone who dealt with someone in their energy, because this is a 52. So this is someone who was disconnected in some form, in an inner disconnect. It could have been spiritual disconnect, or disconnected with themselves, their identity, and who they really were. Um, this is somebody who is living in the dark. But this is now someone who desires to know their purpose and truth in life. This also represents someone who's dissatisfied with where they are in life right now. Okay, they're discontent. They have a lot of obstacles going on in their life, and they're looking for their inner peace. They didn't listen to their intuition. They allow themselves to be led by fear. This is somebody who needs to let go of fear. They need to let go of obstacles that's holding them back from moving forward. This is someone who needs to get back in connection with themselves, with God, with their spirituality, with their spirit. Okay, this is somebody who's blocking their own selves from going on from being a part of their higher self, from knowing themselves better. This is somebody who's not trusting in their intuition or listening to their inner voice at this point. What else is their spirit? Oh, thank you. Yeah. This is somebody this is a 9, so this is something that's going on. It's now someone's walking away. They walked away from someone who hurt them in the past. They walked away from somebody they gave their heart to. You know, this was somebody who's walking away from people, blocking their past, creating obstacles for them. They're finding inner peace, inner guidance. They're walking towards their peace, their happiness. They're listening to their intuition now. They're transforming. This is somebody who's also going to close the gate behind them. They're walking into an unknown future. Okay? They feel like they finished something. Maybe they finished a relationship. They finished a career. Or just some type of something they experienced for a long time. Maybe they went through heartache for a long time. Maybe they were in a long-term relationship. Maybe they went back and forth to a relationship, trying to see if they can make it work, and it wasn't getting any better. It just was constant chaos, conflict, fighting. Just somebody who wants to go towards a new beginning. They want to close the gate to an old chapter in life, start something new. This is someone who's ready to let go of old habits, old situations, old emotional patterns, false beliefs that something could work out that's not working out, believing in a situation, believing in a person, believing in a relationship. This is somebody who they're releasing a negative pattern that they've been in for a while, and they're ready to let it go. They want to move on to happiness. They want to move on to a healthier way of thinking or relating to themselves and to others. This is somebody who actually does care about how they appear with the outer world, with society, what people think of them. This is somebody who wants to move forward, and they're looking back at how maybe dealing with old ways of thinking, negative ways of thinking, negative people, negative patterns, negative situations have held them back, have caused them to not feel free, caused them to not really feel love. This is someone who could have felt like, with this coming out like this is someone who's looking back, and this is someone who could have felt like they were blocked from experiencing that love. something kept them from being able to wear their heart on their sleeve. Like they hardened their heart. Like they weren't listening to their intuition. Their fears were holding them back. They feared being loved, wearing their heart on the sleeve, allowing love to come in. This is someone who's ready to transform. This is someone who had some negative attachments, and they're ready to release those negative attachments and close the door toward. And again, with this being a 27, this is something that someone might be, with us being in the year of the 9, they might be looking at releasing this sometime this year, if not completing it, at least starting it, letting go. Definitely the mind frame of it, which we'll do some clarifying on that, but they're definitely thinking about it. Their mind is there, like they're reaching a point where they're tired. They're seeing the influence. They're seeing the effect that other situations, maybe business, career, relationships, long-term relationships have had on their life, and they don't feel like it's been in a positive way. Something's trying to come out, but not. Okay, thank you. What is this? Yeah, this is somebody who wants to walk away on a new journey. Definitely. This somebody's using their intuition. They're using their wisdom, their inner wisdom. This is somebody who's definitely carrying some baggage with them. You know, if they've been hurt in the past, they're carrying the lessons with them. They're going on a new path in life, and they're ready to go. You know, they're ready to go. You see, they're carrying just a small pack with them. They're carrying a small bag with them because they know that whatever they need is going to be provided for them. They don't need to take a lot with them. They actually set that luggage down. They're leaving it behind them, and that's not what's in their hand. What's in their hand is just the small tote, a small luggage, okay? Something for overnight, because they know that wherever they're taking with them, wherever they're going, everything that they need will be provided for them. Like God will provide for them. Just leave your stuff behind, leave your worries behind, leave your fears behind, leave your baggage behind. Take the lessons that you've learned, so you'll recognize the red flags moving forward, okay? But leave everything behind. That's why it's just sitting there, not in their hand. They're not taking that with them. Definitely the path ahead is being lit up for them. They're listening to their intuition. They're following the guided light. They know that at this point, there's no more going backwards. There's no more going back to the past. It's time to move forward. You know, before they were going down the wrong direction, but now they're heading down the right direction. And this is a 2. So this is something, you know, definitely this person is in balance with themselves. They're balancing themselves out. You know, they're learning to balance their inner and their outer, their darker, their light and their dark. They're making better choices, healthier choices. They are losing their intuition. They feel like they're making a judgment call. This is somebody who's making a judgment call on what they want to do with their life, and they're not like leaving it up to anyone else anymore. They're making their own decisions. This is somebody that's starting to really appreciate life, appreciate the beauty that life have. But this is definitely somebody, with this being a 15, this is somebody that was living in their devil energy at one point. They felt like they were held back by self-destructive patterns. They felt like they were binded to a situation. This is somebody who could have had some envy about them, or could have been tied to somebody who was envious. They gave into temptations. You know, this is somebody who could have had addictions. They could have been tempted. They could have been tempted by, you know, someone who was envious of what is falling in the hair, someone who they gave their heart to, you know, someone who did hold their heart, someone that they weren't in love with, somebody who was very loving, very spiritual, very warm, okay? And they could have gone back to a situation or found themselves bonded into a relationship or a situation with that person. But this person did see the beauty in this. They love the positivity, the flowering. They recognize the beauty, the sweet. But this person somehow was attached to the past. And caught up in the negativity, the weeds, the entanglement. This is somebody who felt stuck. Okay, they felt stuck to a situation that they couldn't get out of. This is someone who has done some crying, who's been sad, who's been emotional, who's been going through a lot. Yeah. This is someone that's ready to appreciate life and what life has to offer. Okay, they're ready to embrace the beauty of life. Start looking at things from a better perspective, and we'll do some clarification on that. Let me actually give me one of these. What came out with this? Yeah, yeah, I was right. Like, see, this is saying luck is on your side. This is somebody who, with the ladybug out here, they have the gut luck. If someone was wondering, should you do something? Yes. The answer is yes. You should. You should move forward. If that's your thought pattern, whatever you were thinking at the time, whatever moves or you're thinking about moving, luck is on your side. It's going to work out for you. Yeah. Yeah, it's an end of situation. Like, this is somebody, definitely, like I said, with the 15 out here, this is somebody who's ready to put an end to a situation. They're ready to move on. They're ready for a change. They're ready to start something over. All right. This was somebody who may have started a new beginning. A new beginning with a water sign, but now it's seeing clarity. Okay, they're seeing the situation as what it is. This was somebody that could have known through childhood, someone who was generous to them in some type of way, someone they gave their heart to, someone they could have grown up with, went to school with, someone they could have been in a long-term relationship with for a while. This could also be someone who's a little younger than them. There's a lot of flowers out here, so it could be someone that they've given flowers to, someone who works around flowers, has a lot of flowers. Okay, but somebody who's into material comfort. They were all about material things, into like money. They thought that they were greedy. They thought that as long as they had material things that they would be happy. So they focused more on money, material wealth. They weren't really. It's a lot of water sign out here. So this is all water. So this is definitely somebody who's been in their emotions. This is some Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. Somebody that was looking at another way of living, that someone who was living at going towards greener pastures at one point. But but they didn't go. They went back to a situation, even though that they knew that there was a better way to live and a happier way to live, another option, another path that was available to them. Like, this person didn't go through the gate. Like, the gate was locked. So this is someone who definitely was giving into the finances. Okay, they were giving into money. They were giving into personal pleasures. Um, they choose to stay within their own sense of security and not move forward, not be motivated about what was on the other side of the gate. Okay, they kept the key, and see, the gate is locked, but she has the key around her neck. So this is somebody at any given time, they could have gone through the gate, but they kept themselves there. They kept themselves locked behind the gate. So it's like mental entrapment because of fear. Like, they were afraid to start a new path, afraid of the unknown, afraid what may happen, what if it doesn't work, if it does work, afraid how people might see them, worried about what they may have to let go of. Yeah, just somebody who just wasn't ready to face their truth. Somebody who was still dealing with some karma or on their karmic path. But just somebody who just wasn't ready to shift their focus, to widen their view of things. to see outside of their own little community that they made for themselves. But this is somebody who did see you as being abundant. They did see you as being nurturing. Yeah, this is somebody that now wants to go away to calmer water. They do want to move forward. They do want to have personal growth within their life. They want to transition. You know, they are surrendering. They are letting go of things that no longer serve them. They're looking at things from a higher perspective. They are trying to get a new view on things. They're trying to, you know, I believe that this is somebody who let other people influence them. They felt yeah, negative influence. This is somebody who was under the negative influence of someone else. They allow them to block them, to keep them stagnant, to keep them from growing, to create blockages from them, to keep them, someone who may have been a wife, a long-term relationship, a fiance, a child's mother, definitely. Someone who could have nurtured them at some point in their life or created some type of nurturing home life for them. Someone they could have lived with. Someone that they at some point had passion for, but as time went on, someone they began to lose passion for. Okay. Clarify that. Clarify Empress in reverse for me. Yeah, this person's moving on from that person. This is somebody who wants to move on from that person. They ready to take their willpower back. They want to move forward. They want to go in a new direction. Again, it's a lot of water signs out here, guys. A lot of water signs. They're tired of the burden. They're tired of feeling burdened. They're tired of responsibility of that relationship. They feel like they put a lot of hard work into it. Yet it wasn't working out. It was overwhelming them. It was just too much effort, and just didn't feel like it was worth it. So this is a 10. So this is completed. It's over. They feel like, you know, they've done all they can. They're just tired. They feel weighed down by the whole situation. This is somebody definitely could have had a family with, started some type of family tradition with. It could have been a part. This is someone who had become part of their, you know, family as well. Somebody that at some point they could have created material wealth and had some financial stability with. That's now come to an end too. Like, I feel like if there were some finances or something, like that's not really materializing like it once did. This is earth. It's earth and water out here, guys. Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, also Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. They could have had like there's something going on with this family home life. There's something going on at the home life. What is it? The home life is coming to an end, basically, because this is a 10. So whatever's going on in the home is starting. Yeah, there's some addictions going on. They're dealing with some addictions. They were addicted to money. They were addicted to unhealthy habits. They're now dealing with some financial struggles as well in that home life. Okay. I feel like whatever's going on in that situation, it's like they're trying to hold it back, but it's going to become knowledge. It's going to become like, people on the outside are going to start to see that what's going on. People are recognizing that there's something going on between these two lovers at the home. Like, whatever they were trying to keep behind closed doors is starting to come out into the public. What else, Spirit? Yeah, it's time to let go. It's trying to let go, make room for something better. Again, Earth sign, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn is what's coming out. So Earth sign could have been dealing with some financial struggles and some unhealthy habits. Could also have some addictions that they're dealing with. What else is there? Door to personal happiness, healing. Yeah, you collected, like you've You moved on. Like, you've gotten out of the situation, gotten out of, okay, what, you think I wouldn't have gone to school. Um, you've removed yourself from a terrible situation. You walked away, and like, you experienced happiness. You've gone towards your peace. You're abundant. You've had your heart broken. There was some betrayal for you, but you moved on. Like, you have beautiful light beginning with the rainbow spirit out here and the lotus flowers. Like, you came through the storm. Like, the lotuses, they grow through the mud. That's a plant that no matter how much mud it is, it still comes out pure, clean, open, and it's beautiful. You know, like, you've healed from this situation. You've made some external changes about yourself. You might be working on some home improvement products. Might be doing something around your house, sprucing up, redecorating, buying new furniture, throwing out stuff, going through your closet, cleaning out. You know, new opportunities are starting to make them way to you. You've just been working on a lot of things, and you're blossoming in a lot of ways. You're gonna have a lot of wonderful results coming towards you. Okay, so you just need to make sure that you're thinking optimistic, continue with your actions, set good personal intentions for yourself. Definitely with the 34, that's a 7, so that's sacred and spiritual perfection for you. You completed a situation. Mm-hmm. What else is there? Give me one more, spirit. Give me one more. Yeah, somebody's in their head about this whole situation. Someone's feeling a lot of anxiety over your relationship, over the loss of you, over the decisions that they made. You know, they feel like they didn't follow their dreams. This is someone who could have dreamt of, because it comes right underneath this journey. So this is someone who dreamt of going on a journey with you, having a new beginning with you, okay, starting a new path with you, but they didn't move towards you. They just didn't go that way, and now they're in their head about it. This could be someone who's dealing with some sleepless nights, having headaches, you know, someone who's just really worried. They feel imprisoned with the bars out here. Someone that's in a mental prison could be dealing with some depression at this point. 18 does go to a 9, so this could be something that's going on in their life now. Yeah, they're dealing with a lot of discomfort right now in a present situation that they have going on. This is somebody who needs to, hold on, guys. Okay, so this is someone who definitely is having headaches, worried. Um, they need to relax. This is somebody who needs to relax. They're in mental imprisonment. They need to move away from a situation with the bars here. They need to realize that it's a storm brewing. Like, it's like they're prepared for a storm. It's like they feel like moving on is going to create a storm in their life. Okay, but this is somebody that just needs to relax. They need to just let everything resolve itself, solve itself out, trust in itself, trust in the process, and like, just release their mind, release the anxiety of their mind. Because you see the lightning and things outside the window. Can you see the storm outside the window? It's like they're trying to protect themselves from, like, they just know it's going to be a storm. Yeah, but just somebody who wants in the beginning, wants to take a leap of faith. They want to free themselves from a situation. Oh gosh, let's see, a car hit the floor. This is somebody that didn't pay attention, or they were so focused on things that were going on in their life that when God was giving them another path, another opportunity, a new love, they didn't pay attention to it. They were focused on material things. They were focused on their own dissatisfactions, their own happiness. Like, they just never really paid attention to the gift that they had, their way out, their blessing that they were receiving. Now they're in their feelings about it. Now they're feeling dissatisfied about it. They're wishing that they would have paid attention. They're wishing that because with the gift that they were giving would have brought them emotional stability as well as physical stability. They would have had happiness. Okay, they would have had structure, foundation. Now they're ready to put an end to a situation. Yeah. See, had they paid attention, they would have had everything. They would have been abundant. They would have been happy. They would have been positive, success, joy, a lot of passion, a bright new beginning. Again, confirmation. Like the gift was a star. You know, it was like something given from the God above, okay? And it was very abundant. It was very nurturing. They were giving somebody that was very abundant, luxurious, self-independent, self-sufficient, something that would have offered material comforts. It would have been everything they looked for, okay? They had it. Everything they looked for was in that gift that they were being offered that they didn't pay attention to. This is somebody who lost balance with the Lovers being in reverse. This is somebody who was not happy with themselves. They gave into temptation, so now they find themselves in an imbalanced relationship. They made a difficult choice to walk away from a blessing to go into something that just fed them. That just fed them temptations. Their lust. Okay, they gave into like their devil-like energy. Somebody who was going out on dates, having date nights. Someone could have wined and dined them, prepared. I feel like someone cooked for them, fed them, was giving them meals, taking them meals, inviting them out to meals, asking them out to eat. Somebody who let's see, what was this person like? What did this person that tempted them, what were they like? It was someone who said they wanted to make peace. So it's probably somebody that again, like we had earlier, someone from the past, somebody who took them out, prepared for them, someone who said they wanted to make peace. They took a risk with somebody to try to make peace in a relationship. Somebody who had previously wounded them, someone that they felt hurt and betrayed from in the past. I believe that they were going through a healing phase. That person, you know, said that they were healing. They said that they made a mistake because they were healing through something. Someone that they still had some passion towards at the time that they made that decision. Yeah. What else, Spirit? What else, King Tommy? We have earth and water out here. We do have sun, fire, yeah. Somebody now feels isolated. They feel like they're being rejected. They feel like what they're going through, that they caused it on themselves. They feel self-inflicted. They feel like they're in a dead-end relationship that's not going anywhere. They feel frozen. They feel stuck in it. They feel like it's a stagnant relationship that needs to come to an end. They're wishing for a second chance with you. They're having moments of deja vu. They're thinking about you. They're feeling nostalgic about what you guys had. They want to get away, relax, spend some time with you. Maybe go on a vacation. Maybe get away for the weekend. Just go have fun. Spend some time alone with you. Just bring back some happiness in their life. Okay? They see that you're healing from what you've gone through with them. This is somebody who's trying to do some introspection. They're trying to look within. They're trying to heal themselves. They're trying to take better care of themselves. They may be experiencing some legal issues or getting some legal advice on how to proceed with a relationship, maybe coming out of a situation. Okay. This is someone who's getting some legal advice, again, from someone with a lot of wisdom. And even if not just legal advice, they're not only getting legal advice, but they're actually speaking to someone with some wisdom, someone who has gone through the situation, may have been in this place before, somebody who could be like a mentor to them in some sense. It could be like a father figure or uncle, or just someone who comes across as nurturing, a male, somebody who's established in life, or someone who was at one point was giving into becoming established, living the fast life with the red card here. Somebody that was on that fast track of life, caring more about material things, more about wealth, and not about family, but someone who's understanding now about the nurturing of the family. Okay. I feel like this person got involved with somebody who was competitive in some way, that was envious, that was just happy. They didn't want to see like this person move on, be happy, or even start a new flame with you, or go into a new relationship. This can be someone who likes to smoke. What else, Spirit? Yeah, this person is being optimistic though. They are inspired to start a new beginning. They're hopeful that they could be successful in starting over. This could be someone that likes to travel at night, go out, just sit out at night, look at the stars, look at the street, kind of just watch, just gaze. They could sit out at night and smoke, maybe sit on a porch or just sit out somewhere, watch the cars go by, pay attention, just focus out. Yeah, somebody that feel like they self-sabotage a relationship because they weren't able to overcome their obstacles. They had like negative talk. They had to feel a failure. Maybe they procrastinated having a beginning with you. You know, maybe they gave themselves negative talk because they didn't feel like they could do it, because maybe people are putting in their head a lot of negative talk towards them. This is somebody who's ready to shed all the illusions that others may have had of them, who's ready to put more self-love into themselves, be honest with themselves, accept that something has come to an end, accept that they are capable of having a beginning, they are capable of having happiness, okay? Somebody who's tired of feeling empty inside. They're ready to just embrace themselves, find their true potential, discover who they really are. Somebody who wants to make a positive change in their life. What does this person have going on? Like, what's going on with this person, Spirit? What's going on with this person? Yeah, they're taking the time to recharge themselves. They're just sitting back, meditating. They're just trying to let go, clear their mind. They're ready to cut ties with the situation, let it go. Go towards their freedom, stand up for themselves. They want to stand up for a relationship with their soulmate. They want to go towards a romantic partner, someone who they see as a soulmate to them, someone they consider a friend, somebody who brings them a lot of happiness, joy, someone who makes them smile, someone who makes them happy. They're exhausted. They're tired of feeling burnt out in a situation. They're tired of feeling empty. This is somebody who might just need some place to get away with the luggage. Like, they feel like they're toting so much around, they're carrying so much baggage around with them. Okay, they just want some rest, they just want some peace. They feel like they need to get away from somebody. Like, it might be somebody who wants to move or leave a situation, thinking about moving. They feel like they're in over their head, they're drowning in emotions. They feel like they've overextended themselves. They feel like they're starting to hit rock bottom in a situation. Like, well, what did this person spirits elaborate? Like, what did this person really find themselves into? Like, yeah, there's a tower. Something's going to happen in this relationship. There's going to be some type of sudden change, some type of chaos. It's going to be a separation between a masculine and a feminine who share a home together, possibly live together. There's going to be some type of change in there. Yeah, that relationship is breaking up. It's coming to an end. Like, they're just not, it's just unmet expectations. Like, somebody's expectations of this family situation, this housing situation, between a fire, it's like there's fire and there's water out here. So somebody could be a fire sign, somebody could be a water sign, but their expectations weren't met. They're just not happy. Like, somebody appeared to be confident, you know, in the beginning. It was passion, it was warmth, you know, this person was confident that they can have something. It was a lot of passion going on between them, a lot of sex involved with them. But this was somebody that's also was negative, okay? They had some negative aspects about them. Just somebody who wanted to take control, be in control, be the leader. But your person was juggling too many responsibilities. They weren't balanced. They were trying to multitask everything, but they just juggled too many responsibilities, and they were curious. They had a lot of curiosities. I feel like this Queen of Wands was juggling two people as well. Like this Queen of Wands, this person, that feminine, that had just unmet expectations. I feel like they were juggling as well two people. Possibly an earth sign and an air sign. They were communicating, definitely. They were communicating with two people. They were communicating with the earth sign, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, and they could have been communicating with the air sign, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. Because you see that it's two here. So we're juggling a situation, but actually communicating with both, like really trying to juggle between two. So your person actually could have got played in a situation they wanted to, because your person went to a situation thinking that they were going to have a stable home life, and this person was actually juggling them while talking to someone else. Yeah, see, they were in competition with somebody else. Now your person's trying to they're acting defensive, like they're defending themselves, like they're trying to find the courage to move forward, stand firm, stand their ground and their beliefs, defend themselves against this whole situation, defend themselves against this woman, this possible water sign that they went back to, that was actually juggling them, telling them what they want to hear while still talking to somebody else on the side. They are determined to overcome the obstacles, to overcome what they've gone through. This is something that's possibly, because it's a 9 in this year, okay, that's coming to a completion, that's reaching its fruition. Yeah, this person's trying to find the strength because they feel like they've lost a lot. This is somebody who's lost a lot. They gave a lot, like they made some wrong choices. It didn't turn out like they thought. They gave to a situation that was not honest. It was not loyal. Give me something else. Spirit guides, what else? That one. Give me the beneath. Alright, so what can you tell me about the situation with this Queen of Wands juggling the situation? Yeah, somebody's breaking a contract. Somebody's thinking about getting a divorce. If not married, in a long-term relationship or living situation, they're thinking about getting out of it, even if it's like a business contract, a lease agreement, or just a verbal, contract between them, an agreement of some type of relationship. They're wanting to get out of it. They realize they have fake friends. They feel like somebody was a fake friend towards them, wasn't honest with them. They didn't see things clearly. They hid the truth. They were pretending to be one way. This person's angry about the whole situation. Somebody could have been, they could have teamed up with someone else to work against your person. Yeah, this is like outdated news. Like the friends already knew, like this person that they went to was no good. They knew that they weren't going to be honest with them. They knew what was going on. They just went along with the situation. Like I said, this is old news. This is an outdated relationship that really should have ended a long time ago. This could have been somebody I went to school with, new from around the hood. Looks like a school yearbook or something. Yeah, your person's going through some depression right now. Or somebody's definitely going through some depression right now. Or they're out here trying to fulfill a fantasy, having hookups, giving into passion, giving into intimacy. They allow themselves, confirmation, tantric sex, just out here having sexual relationships, and they allow themselves to fulfill a fantasy with somebody who was needed to be discarded, and instead of them discarding this person, they carried on in a way that caused them to get depression. Second time we have out here that somebody's dealing with some financial problems, some financial struggles. They could be getting ready to lose a home, lose their money, don't have enough money for the bills to be met. They were so busy chasing material things, and now the material abundance is turning out to be a loss. Somebody's watching them. They're being investigated. Somebody's investigating somebody. Somebody might even be watching you. Somebody be watching you from a bank account, keeping their eyes on you, seeing what you're onto, trying to look into your background, trying to look into your history, trying to see what you have going on. Try to see how they can come back and apologize for what they did, but behind a mask. Like, they're not really apologetic. They just need some healing. Maybe someone gave them a fake apology. Maybe someone will come and offer you a gift, like someone's been cheating. Not really tell you, like maybe come give you a half-assed apology, like not really tell you what they were doing, about all the hookups they had, the relationship that they gave into, but just say that they're sorry for the way that things turned out without taking any type of accountability. Not admit that they were doing hookups, you know, they were getting rooms, they were mixing business and pleasure. Someone could have actually been with someone who was married. They could have been seeing a married man or a married woman. Somebody once looked at you as being their love story. Yeah, before they betrayed you, before they felt like they betrayed you, before they realized that you couldn't trust them. Somebody realizes now that they backstabbed you. Somebody also feel like they've been backstabbed. They've been backstabbed. Why did I say strap? Oh, strap's not even a word. They feel like they've been backstabbed. Someone's trying to hide evidence. Like, so someone's backstabbing, betraying someone. And they're like trying to like hide their trails, but they're going to get exposed. Somebody's definitely going to get exposed. Like, they can't burn it. Like, it's not, the flame is not going out. It's going to be aired out. It's going to come to light. What they're doing in the dark is definitely going to come to light. Like, they're trying to hide their hands, something they've been up to. Somebody could have been up to doing black magic, playing in your energy. Okay? They could have been doing that as well. Yeah, and you're revealing, like you're telling all, or something's being exposed, something's being revealed about what they did, and there's some type of recording. What they've done has definitely been seen. Someone's going to speak about it, talk about it. It's going to be expressed to the public. It's going to be known, all right? Because somebody's just tired of all the drama. They're tired. They're tired of the drama, and they're going to expose the hand of the other person. And they're going to do this because they felt manipulated. They felt like they got played. They felt like somebody deceived them. They lied. They got somebody bugging them, irritating them. It's going to be a confrontation. Like, I feel like somebody's confronting someone about what they've done. Oh, Spirit. Give me like 1 or 2 more, and then let's go ahead and get an angel message to wrap this up. If nothing comes out, then there's going to be nothing. It's like I do this deck 1 more time. Yeah, see, there was someone else. There was a third party. There was a third party in here. Someone else was trying to sabotage the relationship between you and your person. This person was nothing but a liar. They lied to you. They lied to your person. They were being sneaky. Okay, they just been telling a lot of lies. And this is somebody that was spying on you, looking at you in some type of way. They were spying on your person. They were definitely doing some type of research into like this whole thing. They could have been coming across like a fake friend to your person, and your person could have been telling things, not realizing this person had a different agenda. All right, so they open up their heart to someone, to talk to them honestly as a friend, and this person who they were talking to was actually like just taking in information to use against them at a later time, to use it to play them. They had a different motive. They open up to the wrong person. Yeah, it's not the right time to open your heart up to this person if they come back to you with an apology, though. It's not the right time. Let me get an angel message for you, and then we're going to go ahead and wrap this up. Yeah, so someone allowed themselves to get played. Someone could make a decision. They want to take a new journey. They allow themselves to get played. It says communicate clearly. What is this I flipped over? Change of residence, moving, yeah, moving on. Okay, so someone's definitely thinking about moving. Like I said earlier, I told you I felt that way earlier, that somebody might be looking at moving. So it does say somebody's looking at changing their residence, moving on, leaving a situation, moving in with your possibly with your partner. You need to communicate clearly what it is that you want. Know what you want. Speak clear about what's on your mind, your heart. Set your boundaries. You know, don't be willing to compromise what it is that you want. Tell the spirits what you want. Speak out, manifest. Maybe do like a vision board or something. Put out into the universe. Tell the universe what it is that you want from them. Positive thinking, positive thoughts. That's what gets you positive results. Don't put out negative thinking, negative thoughts. You want to make sure that you're manifesting positive things into your life, okay? Anything else, spirits? Or is that the only one? Yeah. No. Yeah, if this person, because it's the second time you gotta know, and it keeps popping up under this liar. Okay, so if someone comes to you saying they want to start over, they want to move in together, like you're getting two no's. No, it's not the right time. The angels are saying no at this moment. Like it's not time to move over. Somebody has some healing they need to do. They just want you to believe in them. Trust in yourself. Trust in the universe. Trust that everything's going to work out like it's supposed to. Have faith, you know. And I believe that's it. Let's see. That is it. All right, guys. That's what's coming out for you for the reading for today. Thank you, 5115, when I say that, for allowing me part of your healing journey. And until our next reading, have a good day.